you, have I? That's not very
Hello,
nice.
Bill. How are you? It's
All
lovely
right.
to see you.
Good to see you. You've
All
been
right,
on
Bill, go ahead.
you've been on a pretty good run too. The section
Yeah.
tomorrow's the annual meeting, right?
Yeah, and then we have the junior, senior, and then a drive
Yep.
chip and putt, and
Wow.
rocking and rolling.
Yeah, I plan on listening in tomorrow.
Yeah, it'll be good.
Yeah, it should be fun.
Be good.
So great, everybody, professionals. Welcome. Good afternoon. I know you're busy and just try to grasp some fresh air. But what I thought I'd do is let me just ask all of you, where do you stand right now as far as your PGA work goes? If you haven't done that much, I truly understand. You're coming off a season. So, Jason, if you don't mind, why don't I start off with you? What have
Okay.
Tell me what you've done so far. Have you been to level 1 seminar?
Yeah, I'm done with. Well, I'm about to take the test for level 1. It's probably the main reason why I tuned in today, just because I wanted to ask a couple questions about that.
Yep, let's do it.
But I am. I did all of my level 1. My portfolio got accepted. I've been going through the practice guide, trying to study for the test, and then I realized is that there's a wealth of information in there, and I'm just wondering. Just not specifics about, just general ideas about the test. How long is it? What can I expect? Like, how much detail do I need to know about every, section that I kind of went through? And those are kind of what's going through my head right now, because,
yes,
I'm looking at the practice guide, and I'm rereading some of the materials and just trying to get familiar with everything again. But if you put all those manuals together, it's
absolutely
quite a bit of information. So
absolutely, Jason. Well, first of all, congratulations to where you are, getting the portfolio approved. Awesome stuff.
Excited.
Here's the best way to prepare for the exam. Okay, by far. Okay. First of all, it's 125 questions in the facility management.
Okay.
75 in teaching and coaching, and they're 2 separate tests.
Okay.
70, you got to score 70% or better.
Okay.
They're multiple choice or true and false.
Okay.
Okay. So there's no paragraphs you got to write. It's A, B, C, D. You're done with it.
Okay.
So there's a lot of stuff out there, and you're exactly right, Jason. You get so overwhelmed. Every single test question is based off of the learning outcomes at the beginning of every course manual. So if you take the business planning, there's learning outcomes at the beginning of the business planning.
Yep.
Write a little paragraph on what that says to you via course manual. You'll nail it.
Okay.
Because I've written a lot of the questions, and all the questions come from learning outcomes via course manual, nowhere else.
Got it.
If it's not course manual, it is not on the test, I promise you.
We're going to have to calculate like a linear trend, or,
Yeah, 1 or 2 questions on that.
Okay.
Because that's part of the learning. That'll be a learning outcome.
Absolutely. Got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Don't mess with Quizlet. You're wasting your time because we don't monitor it.
Okay.
There's practice questions on the portal. I don't know about you, Jason, but I don't have 100 hours a week to spare.
I don't either.
You maybe grab a couple of them just to kind of get a little taste.
Mm-hmm.
But please, course manual.
Yeah.
Learning outcomes course manual. Watch what happens.
Got it.
And go in there confident. Go in there. Is always a distractor with the answer, saying, you know what, Bill? Man, it sounds like that could be true.
Yeah.
But I think it's false.
Yeah.
If it's better for you to put your hand over the answers, if that's your style, do it.
Okay.
But don't second guess yourself. It's like playing golf.
Got it.
If it's 7-iron and you think it's an 8 or a 6 and you're confused, you're in trouble.
Yeah.
And the other thing I'm going to say this very respectfully, Jason.
Sure.
Not tour school. We don't want you to fail.
Yeah.
But it's not the end of the world, okay?
Mm-hmm.
You got 30 days to retake. If you're unsuccessful, our mentor team will help you. They'll look at your test and they'll say, here's where you're weak.
Yeah.
So please don't go in there and choke, is what I'm saying. And I'm saying that very respectfully because it's so
totally understand.
By far the best way to do it.
I feel it's very easy to overthink it. So that's a very good.
That's exactly right.
Very good advice. Thank you very much. Another question I have is,
Sure. And as far as the linear trend, just understand the formula. I think there's only one question on it, maybe
Okay.
two.
sure,
It's not gonna, how many questions can you write on linear trend?
right, exactly. One
But just
or two.
try to get the feel of the formula, how it goes. Year two minus year one divided by year one. Year
Yep.
three minus year two divided by year two divided
Yep.
by year four. That's basically what linear trend does. It's showing you historical data
Yep.
on how the club's been doing the last 5 years. Bingo.
Got it.
That's
Perfect.
all it is history. So if I offered you the job at XYZ club,
Mhm.
you may want to do a linear trend and say, how am I doing? So you can
Yeah.
formulate a business plan. That's what it is.
Okay. Both. So, do I need to take both exams at the same day, same time? Can I take that
Yes.
whenever?
And it's all in your own setting. It's at
Okay.
the club. It's off campus. It could be
Got
at the club. It could be at your house, wherever you want to do it.
Okay. Fantastic. I'm excited. I can't wait to take it. I really just,
Yeah.
I saw.
I love the attitude, man.
I'm fired up. I want to get done.
My students that I've mentored, and I'm not bragging how many, but a
Mhm.
lot. The ones that fail choke. They overanalyze,
Yeah.
and they don't prepare correctly because they go through all this garbage trying to absorb everything from everywhere.
Got it.
Learning outcomes, course
Yep.
manual, and I'll be your best friend. I promise you.
All right. That's fantastic. Thank you so much.
Absolutely, man. Make us proud, okay, man?
Oh yeah, I will. I will.
All right, Sarah. So what's going on with you? What have you done so far? Give us a little bit of an update, please.
Yeah, so I did the seminar last year, and then I've done the tournament operations and part of the business. But the part that I have the most trouble with is the teaching and coaching, and golf cart. But I've reached out to some people about those, so hopefully they'll get back to me and I can.
Okay, do you need some help with tournament ops? Just kidding.
I have that one done.
I would hope so.
I'd be happy to help.
Yeah.
We can put you to work.
Sarah, the best thing for you to do is, Meredith, I'd like to connect Sarah with Kevin. I think the chemistry would be really good. Kevin Compare is one of our top teaching and coaching experts. I'm the facility management expert. Kevin will be, he's nicer than anybody you've ever met. He'll talk your ear off, but he'll help you. Let him know you're an HQ employee, and he will make you feel so good. So if you could make them connect together, Meredith, that would be awesome.
Yeah. Can I make one other recommendation there too, Sarah? Sarah, where are you living?
I'm in Jupiter.
Okay. We do have some PGA members that are mentors in that area and that obviously specialize in teaching. We have underutilized their resources when we asked them to get involved a year ago. So if you'd be open to it, now is the perfect time from my perspective, is they have time to really help and engage. So if you don't mind, I'd love to connect you with a teacher in the area too, because PGA professionals, not only are they philanthropic with, charity and giving back to the community, but they also love giving back to other professionals. So there are a few I'd like to connect you with in the area that can help with the teaching aspect of it as well, if you don't mind.
That'd be
I
awesome.
think that would be
Thank you.
absolutely great. And then the Kevin can be the part that will help you with the testing
Yeah.
and what's expected,
Mhm.
what to see. So I think that combination of the two would be absolutely brilliant, Meredith. I would love that.
I'll work on that email after our call today.
Thank you.
Does that satisfy you okay, Sarah?
Yeah, no, that's
Yeah.
awesome.
Awesome. And then as far as any of the business planning, any of that stuff, as you're going along the way, feel comfortable to reach out if you have any questions, okay?
Okay.
So, and as you know, all the business planning activities are based off of the case study, whether it's Crescent Ridge, the public facility, or Summit Valley, the private facility.
And is it true, so are they used throughout the whole levels?
All three levels.
And so if I choose one, that one sticks the whole time,
That is correct.
right?
Which one you thinking
Okay.
about? Which one have you picked?
Summit
Good.
Ridge.
So you're going to be the golf professional at the private club. Now, there's not a lot of case study in level 2 and level 3. It's on the front end. I think there's only like 2 activities at level 2. So when I answered that question, it's not saturated. Level 1 is where it is. All 5 activities in business planning are Summit Valley.
Okay.
And then in the portfolio, just read the instructions carefully. It'll say case study at your own facility. So awesome, really good. And then reach out, absolutely. Reach out to myself, reach out to any of the mentors on our education mentor line. They can pull up your portfolio and they'll help you. If you want to get to the finish line, they will get you there. And you got Jason to help you. Jason's portfolio got approved. Reach out.
Absolutely.
If he's willing to do it. Yeah.
Yeah.
You can't, obviously you're not going to copy his work, but that would be a great resource right there. I'd get a hold of Jason right away. Another
Okay.
resource. Sorry, Jason.
No, it's okay. This is the perfect time. I'm trying to
How
accomplish
much
as
do you have in
much
the
as
budget
possible in the next 4 months.
Meredith, do we have a line item for a budget? Take care of some of these associates?
Sure.
$20 an hour? All right,
Sure.
good. So you feel good about it?
Fine.
Great. Tyler, how about yourself?
Tyler, do you want to use the chat feature if you're having a hard time with the voice for us? I'm going to get a little stalkerish here and I'm going to look up Tyler so we can talk a little bit about him for a second.
Yeah. Tyler, on the
Tyler, we're going to find out who you are.
on the page, Tyler, you can go ahead and just unmute.
And it's not allowing me to unmute him.
You want to try to call in, Tyler? Use the telephone option.
Okay,
There you go.
Tyler
Good.
is a B8 at Fisher Island Club down in the Southern chapter.
Got it.
Yeah,
Tyler, you hear us okay?
yeah, that was really frustrating. One of my speaker wasn't working, my camera wasn't working, so we're doing the phone call thing.
Okay, you're good now. Awesome. So you working down at Fisher?
Yes, sir.
Who are you working with? Charlie Stars and
Yep, Michael Holber is the director of golf. Charlie Stars is one of our lovely assistant
Yeah,
professionals
yeah.
who has been there for 20 plus years.
Ask Charlie about me. I took him right through the whole program, all 3 levels.
Absolutely, yeah. He's been telling me about you.
I hope most of it pretty good. Hey Tyler, between you and I, he was high maintenance. Just kidding.
Oh, absolutely.
Just kidding. You know,
I was
I'm
gonna
not-
say he's not near me. I'm off.
And then I also hope Dave, is he still there? He's a smart cookie.
Yeah, Dave IR, he's
He's a
still there.
really good guy. He's a really good guy when you're
Yeah,
ready to test. He went through all 3 levels testing,
hmm
nailed it, man. He's a good guy to
Mhm.
bank on as far as his style goes and stuff. So,
Right. Yeah, this is my first season there. I just came from Doral.
got it. So what's going on? Have you been to level 1 seminar?
This is my first one. I've watched a couple of them on the videos, but this will be my first one being a part of it.
Got it. So when are you planning on going to seminar, level 1 seminar?
Well, my deadline is actually coming up. It's been a pretty tough year and last year as well. So I've got to finish my financial assumptions, and then I plan to take my test before my deadline on the 28th.
Got it. So you already been through level 1 seminar.
Oh, yes, yes, sorry. Mhm.
Got it. So you basically just got to finish your financials
Right,
and then
right.
test out. Now, if you need somebody to take a look at the financials before you submit your portfolio, just call the mentor line and say, "Hey, I got a quick
Mhm.
question. Can you just pull up my financials and how do they look?"
Right.
If
Okay.
you feel comfortable doing that, or Dave can look at it, or Charles or Charlie, utilize your resources.
Right.
We also have
And, And then-
obviously mentors in the Southern chapter as well, who are willing and able to jump on board with you there, that aren't too far away. That as I heard, I don't know if you heard what we said to Sarah, but really now is the time. I know you're in a bit of a time crunch, but it's perfect time if you do need help to utilize these resources. They're there for you. They truly want to help. So lean on them if you don't mind. Do you mind if I connect you via email with two of the mentors down in the Southern chapter after this call?
Absolutely.
And then I'll leave the ball in your court to connect with them.
For sure. Yeah.
Okay. Jason, would you like to do a test prep? I mean, they'd be willing to do some test prep with you.
Yeah, absolutely. And I was just
Okay.
thinking about
So we'll
it
do
too.
the same. I'll send each of you 3 separate emails.
Okay, great.
And then Tyler, did you hear my conversation earlier with Jason about how to prepare for the exam?
No, I got like 2, maybe 3 seconds of it, and then it cut out, so I missed it.
Okay. First of all, there's a link on the website that Meredith was so kind to build, talking about how to prepare for the test. Look at that.
Yeah.
Look at
we'll
that
do that
website.
too.
Look at that link for sure.
Okay.
Jason, you should probably do the same thing. How long? 15 minutes, maybe?
I thought we cut
So-
it. I mean, it's almost, I think maybe closer to 9 or 10.
Okay, cool. Awesome.
Yep.
So definitely do that. And the main thing, as I mentioned to Jason and Sarah in the group, is the main thing is all the test questions are based off of the learning outcomes for each course. So let's say business planning, there's learning outcomes. All the test questions are written off of the learning outcomes via course manual. So bottom line is every question is in the course manual via learning outcomes. Don't mess with Quizlet or any of that stuff. They're true and false
Yeah.
and multiple choice. Best way to do it by far.
And Bill, that'd be the
Cool.
same for the teaching and coaching aspect of the test as well, correct?
That is correct, sir. Nope.
Good.
Yep, that's it. Yep. Teaching and coaching is the same.
Mm-hmm.
You're not doing any
Okay.
simulations. You're not doing any live swings. Nope.
Got it.
Yep, you're good.
Okay.
So
What other
I would
questions does
definitely-
everybody have?
I have one.
Yes, go for it.
And this is just looking ahead, right? So I'm in level 1 and about to move to level 2. In level 2, I kind of decide in which dynamic I want to choose, whether it be operations, teaching and coaching, and then the other one's like with general managing.
Yep, executive management. Yep.
Okay.
You want me to talk about it?
How as far yeah, a little bit. That'd be great. Just to get an
Okay.
idea. I mean, I have an
So when
idea
you-
of what I want to do. I'm mostly probably going to go into
Yeah.
teaching and coaching.
Okay. All right. So here's what happens. You successfully pass 1. Now you're a registered level 2. Now you pick a career path. Teaching and coaching, which is all teaching,
Mm-hmm.
executive management, GM, general management, total enterprise.
Yeah.
Or golf ops. The advantage to golf ops is you get everything. You get teaching and you get the business. The advantage to teaching and coaching, you get the finest finest instructors to really, really groom you and assist you to become a top tier teacher, building your own academy, teaching full time. And if you decide to go that route, it's great. The bottom line is once you're done, once you select level 2, let's say it's keep teaching and coaching, you have to remain in that same track at level 3.
Mm-hmm.
But let's just say, oh man, I should have done golf ops. Once you become a member, we have specialized programs, what we call lifelong learning. So you can't really make a mistake.
Yes.
But I always say to
Okay.
the associates, if you're a little unsure, go golf ops because you get everything. It's a safety net.
Got it.
But if you're
Okay.
loyal and say, man, I am the next Don Law. I'm going to teach all the time. That's all I want to do.
Mhm.
There's no other route to go.
Got it.
Executive management, if you want to be me, might be a GM. No,
Yeah.
that's the smallest number. That's our
Is it?
smallest classes. It doesn't really
Got it.
turn on the associates that much. I don't want to be a GM right now. But again, you could always do that at the back end in our specialized program.
Got it.
Great
It's
question.
going to be one of those. It'll be one of those two: teaching or coaching or executive management. Only because for the last, I started in golf in the bag room operations, etc. Kind of worked my way up through there. So, and I really enjoy the teaching aspect because I've been playing golf my entire life, and so I don't know. We'll see when the time comes, but that's really helpful what you said.
Yeah, just make sure that your heart and your mind's matching.
Yeah.
Not teaching and coaching might be a tiny bit harder. Not much. A lot of associates think it's an easier route because you're out beating balls and trying to improve ball flight laws,
Yeah.
but it's not that way.
Interesting.
So go with your heart.
Got it.
Can't
I do
make a
see
mistake.
myself in your position though one day.
Well, I'm going to be retiring. What's my classification right now, Meredith?
How much time do I got?
Master professional.
All right.
We won't go
Yeah.
any further than that.
Let's keep it there. Let's keep it there.
All right. Thank you.
So is there anything else? Marty, how are you doing? I see you're on the air. Good.
Great, Bill. Thank you.
I understand you weren't feeling too well last week.
Oh, the COVID got me.
Oh no.
How are you doing?
Doing well. I'm fine today. Thank you.
Do you have your personality back?
It's getting there.
Do you all know Marty Hall? Have you had an opportunity and honor to meet her?
Hi, everyone. I'm Marty. I'm over at Florida Gulf Coast University with the PGA Golf Management Program, and I'm the education chair for the South Florida PGA. And I've been a PGA member since 2003.
So down the road, PGA show, PGA meetings. You all know what networking means, don't you? I guarantee I'd have my business. I would have Marty's business card somewhere in my belongings because she has some contacts. That's all I'm going to say.
I'm another good resource if any of you need any help with anything, including your career choices. I'm good with that as well.
What else can we do, Meredith? I think we've had a great session.
Yeah, no, I think it's good. I appreciate all of your willingness to share with us where you are. You know, this is meant to be a help. So, you know, I'd ask you all is, you know, what else, how else can we help you? You know, Jason, you're headed on to level 2. So when you transfer to level 2, one thing we started to do just because the numbers dropped quite a bit, you know, we only have 33 in level 2 section wide, is we've tried to do some in-person stuff so
Okay.
you can network with one another. You know, I throw it back out there is, you know, what else do you feel like you could get out of these calls that would help you outside of maybe some follow-ups we'll do to connect you with some mentors to really help more so one-on-one with you?
Yeah, you know, this is my first call in level 1, so this is great. I came in with something that I knew what I wanted to ask, and I had an idea of what I wanted to do, and I think that sometimes when associates and stuff see the email and it might be a little they might be a little tentative just to tune in and see what's going on. It's and I had been busy, you know, with the season and working, and you know, I had been working on my portfolio pretty much this whole time, so I'm glad it was done. And you know, I have some good professionals around me as well too, so if I had a question or whatnot, I could kind of always ask them. But I think that, you know, as long as you continue to send out the communications and encourage people to tune in and ask, and just like Sarah, like this is the first time I ever met Sarah, but if she were to drop me a line or send me an email or needed some help, I'd be glad to do that. And I think that, you know, trying to get people connected, like you said, is probably the most important. I look forward to seeing what's next, and I'm excited to connect with more people. And you know, in general, life is a lifelong learning process. So, you know, for me, I find it exciting. You know, and I'm really trying to make the most out of this this part of my journey. And because at the end of the day, it's just, I just don't want to be passing, just don't want to pass and be done. I want to pass and be good and improve and grow and continue to learn. And I think, once I register for level 2 and all that kind of happens, is that, to get some in-person, session once a month or something like that, especially in the next 4 months, is super ideal for me. Because, once October comes around, it's just wake up, come home, go to sleep, wake up, back and forth from the course. I don't have any time to do anything else. So the summer months, even though it's time to kind of relax and have fun, it's also a time for us to also get out too. And, like, I'm going to go try and play in my section event on Monday because I have the time now, so.
I love that. I love what you just said, because associates, when they call us, it's almost like, I don't want to say they're embarrassed, but it takes guts.
Yeah, it's a
You
little
know,
scary.
You got a little bit of, you got pride, you got ego. You don't want to. The only bad question you can ask is the one you don't ask.
Yeah.
I mean, they're embarrassed to say, "Well, what is linear trend?" And they just finished a seminar last week. I mean, that takes guts.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Well, I love Jason. I love what you just said,
Thank you.
because you're right. And what Meredith has done, just communicating. We're here. That's
Yeah.
the bottom line. We have resources to get you to the finish line.
Yeah.
That's my personal mission, is to make a positive impact on your PGA journey. And one of the ways to do it is something this simple. Have yours. Reach out, because it's lonely, man. It's lonely when you're by yourself and you don't have sometimes support. I think what Meredith's done with the section, pulling out our professionals to help mentor, face-to-face or live or whatever it is, or you're virtually, it doesn't matter. We're here.
Yeah.
Because the whole purpose behind it, and when Meredith and I in a section talked about this last fall, why are we doing this? Why are we doing it? Here's why we're doing it. We want you to become members. Why? This is not your job, man. This is your career.
Yeah.
And the other thing I love what you just said, and maybe you saw me jump off my chair. Join the 10% club. Don't be average.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Don't be. How do you think Meredith became assistant director of one of the largest sections in the PGA? Because she's nice and she went to Kansas. No,
Okay, you.
She got her act together, man.
Yeah.
Be the best. Very, very highly respected.
Yeah.
Marty, running one of our largest golf management programs for our students. How do you get those jobs? Because you're average? Go hit the road.
Yeah.
Jason,
I went to
sorry.
our first.
you just found yourself another job,
ahead.
because I'm going to reach back out if I can't crop out what you just said to share with associates, because I think it's, Bill can do what he does and I can jump on here, and Marty, but really to come peer to peer and hear that, like you said, is we understand that we look at today's call with 3 of you on here as being a success. We know we have 118 of you out there on level 1, but 3 is we're at least impacting someone. So, it's good. We're trying to get more of that messaging to share with one another is, hey, we're here to help you. We're all here because we love the game of golf.
Yeah.
And we want to pursue it as a career. So you may have yourself another task once you pass your test, is to help us encourage others to utilize this resource. Don't struggle. We're here. Like, why make it harder on yourself?
Yeah. Yeah, even I went to my first section event, happened to be the annual meeting. I think that's where I first met you, Meredith, which was, I can't remember what the golf course was. But after all of that, and we left, and I saw my director of golf the next day, and one of our other professionals was there. And the day after, I walked in the office, and they're like, well, what'd you think? And I said, that was great. I said, it makes me want to be more involved. And and that's just how I feel about it in general, is that, I've been in level 1 a little while now, just because it was just kind of, I was in operations, I got promoted, we're starting to do some teaching now and other things around the club. And it just, it made me want to just be more involved and get better and come out to these things and do that. So that's what I want to continue to do.
And I agree with Meredith, what you just said. 3 is very successful. 1 is successful.
Mm-hmm.
We're impacting lives, man.
Yeah.
Period. I mean, bottom line, it doesn't matter. It's not the numbers, it's the quality.
Yeah.
And it's the caring. You all care. Well, you wouldn't be sitting here spending a half hour or 45 minutes or whatever it is.
True.
So I commend you for that. And it's been a true honor to be with you. Believe me. Really
Thank you.
fun.
Thank you.
So we'll schedule the next one next month if you want to tune back in, or maybe it may have a level tour.
That's right.
That's true.
May have a level.
That's
So
See
right.
how that goes.
There's only 30 people in level 2 right now.
I'm excited
our
to get
section?
started in our next.
33.
Go ahead. Sorry, Sarah. And then I'll answer your question, Jason.
Mhm.
Oh, you're muted.
If I came through, he can go ahead. I don't.
Oh, so you want to know the stats? I can give you some stats. So we have 207 associates section wide, and the report pulled today, level 1, we have 118, level 2, we have 38, and in level 3, we have 18. On average, since we started this program in January, or I guess I say since started tracking, we graduate anywhere from 2 to 5 out of the program on a monthly basis.
Okay.
Good.
But Sarah, sorry.
I don't remember, but
All right.
all good.
Well, if there's anything, if you think of something after we hang up, you have our emails, you have our phone numbers. I'll send personal emails to each of you, connecting you with the mentors. Jason, I found the test prep video, so I'll shoot that over to you. I'll actually just include it to all 3 of you, because Tyler, we're going to bust through this and be testing very soon as well. So,
Right.
and
Yeah, I did have a question whenever you're done.
yeah, no, go ahead.
So I think one of the biggest struggles I had was I've worked at 3 clubs since going to my seminar, one in Kansas, Doral, and now Fisher. I feel like I have a lot of the experience needed to complete the portfolio, but now that it's crunch time, I feel like I'm backtracking so much to the point where I can't find a lot of the things that I've already done, which is a little frustrating because it's like I know what I need and I've done it, but I don't have it on paper. So going through to level 2, I think one of the main things I'm going to try to focus on is once I am doing a task that is needed, it's important to get it down on paper quickly because that moment passes by so fast that you didn't take a scoreboard picture or the correct angle on a video. I think that was one thing that I struggled with, was completing tasks when I had done it and not waiting so long to after the season to get it done. I was wondering, is there anything that is really helpful? Maybe Jason, you can answer. Something that helps you get through level 1 to get things done on time was, how do you know what to do and how to do it and when to do it?
Yeah, I think, great question. What I did was I was very nervous in my level 1 seminar, and, I'm on there with a bunch of people, and a lot of people were asking questions, and, and I was just trying to absorb as much information as I possibly could. I think the one thing that I did really good was I took a lot of notes instead of asking questions. Is I took a ton of notes while people were discussing certain questions, etc. And what I did was I tackled the hardest things, what I thought, first. And for me, it was like business planning, budgeting, all that kind of stuff was like, I knew was going to be the hardest for me because I've already been around tournaments and scoreboards and golf cart operations and customer service. And I had done that. So that was kind of like the easier thing for me. And then when I needed to do like my lessons and take a lesson, plan a lesson, give one, I reached out to some of the professionals that I was around, and they were more than happy to help me.
Absolutely.
And I think that, I'm not really sure if it's going to be relatively the same for level 2. I have to imagine it's probably the same sort of setup.
Similar. Yep.
But I think like during my seminar, I'm going to take a lot of notes. I'm going to actually look at the materials more when I'm actually in the seminar, where I know that I might have some questions, and ask those while those people are sitting in front of me, because once they're gone, like you said, the moment passed, and then it's, you really got to dig into those manuals, or, find somebody who can help you. And that's why this setup that we have here is perfect. And so as soon as I
Right.
reach level 2, I'm definitely going to be probably in here a lot more than I was in level 1. I think I just got blessed with level 1 because, like I said, I took a lot of notes and I tried to tackle the hardest things first. So that way in my free time, there wasn't as much stress at the very end to get some of the things done that I knew that I was missing, because I knew that I had the confidence to do it.
Right. Yeah, I think you
Really-
said something
really well
really good about it being reading over the material before you get there. I think is something that could really help, is just going over what is going to be covered, and that way you have it kind of fresh in your mind that, okay, we're going to need to do this, and when we do this, be ready to account for all the requirements for an assignment. So I think that was one thing that I struggled with, was knowing that this event would be really helpful for your portfolio, and 2 months later you're like, oh man, I've already done that. I can't believe I didn't put that down or take that picture.
Yeah.
That's okay, Tyler. I mean, having 3 different facilities, it's okay. Your portfolio doesn't have to be the same facility with all
Right.
activities. For instance, tournament operations, it does, obviously. You can't
Right,
run
yeah.
a ladies member guest and then mix it in with a junior event with the same activity. As far as you could go, if you don't have any of that information, go to an area club who's running an 830 shotgun. Document everything. Jason just talked about reaching out to the instructors to help with the teaching side of it. So you've got the experience, so you might just have to backtrack and get into areas to fulfill the requirements.
Yeah.
So
Right.
And and Tyler too, if you're at Fisher, I mean, you're really right down the street from me. You need to watch some lessons, or
there you
you
go.
need somebody to mentor you or whatever. We have, we got a bunch of really good instructors down here too that I've learned a ton from. And I know that I definitely do not know everything at this point in time, but within the last year I've learned a ton, and I'm very happy about that. I plan on sticking around here for a while, just because the amount of information and knowledge that I can gain just by being here in the long run is going to be beneficial to my own career, no matter if I'm here for the next 20 years or if I'm here for the next 5 or however many it is. But I know that I've got a good staff around me, so more than willing to help you out.
Love it.
Nice. Well, thank you, Jason. I missed where you're coming from at the beginning. Where are you?
I'm at Riviera.
Oh, nice. So Jaime. He
I
just
do.
came from Fisher.
Yeah,
Right.
I do. I work with Jaime a lot. He's the best. He's probably one of the best ball strikers top 5 ball strikers I've ever played golf with.
Agreed. He's mean to the ball.
Yes.
But that's great. I can definitely reach out through him to get some info from you, and we could all just play golf together.
Yeah, let's do it. I've got a bunch of free time now. I don't have a bunch of free time, but I actually have free time now. So whenever you want.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Thank you for the hurricane, giving us a little time to regroup.
Oh man, that's all I did last week was study.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
All right. So I think that closes it up pretty well, Meredith. I think it's been a
Yeah.
really
So
great session.
the other thing we'll do, Bill, we haven't done this in a while, so I'll send those emails out to each of you, and then we'll probably what'll be good, and we'll break it down by chapter. Great point there for Tyler and Jason. Sorry, Sarah, that you're so far away from them, but to connect, and that's what it's all about. It's developing that network with one another to help each other. So we'll share information so that way you have each other's contact and those in level 1 nearby you as well. But again, I encourage you, if there's things that you didn't ask that come up, reach out. You have access to the associate mentor website with everybody's contact information, and look forward to watching you all have some success here and attain your PGA membership. And we're just fortunate to be a part of your journey.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, professionals. Have a great
Thank
afternoon.
y'all.
Catch you next time. And,
Thanks again.
Kick some butt and make us proud.
All right. Thank you
All
very
right.
much.
Thanks, Eric.
Cheers, everybody.